For all you future students out there who are a little bit nervous about this class, don't be. It's going to be okay.
So the first day of Management 438, I was super freaked out by all the work that was required, that the work that was said on the syllabus, and what Professor Hillman said. I thought that I was for sure going to fail, and I almost went home and immediately dropped the class.
I felt really nervous and scared, and my anxiety was through the roof going into the first day of class.
Professor Hillman expects a lot out of his students, although you wouldn't be in his class if you weren't capable of handling it.
He knew my name the first day of class, which scared me because no other teacher has done that before.
I did think it was weird the amount of energy that Professor Hillman brought into the class.
The syllabus on the first day is more than intimidating. It's around 15 pages long, and it's very extensive.
Which kind of turned me off to the fact of taking this class.
One thing I will say that surprised me a little bit from this class was the emphasis that Professor Hillman puts on staying focused in class.
Thought I was going to fail at the beginning of the semester. I got a really bad grade on the first paper.
I noticed that participation in class was a huge part of your grade.
Go on my phone or go on my laptop, being easily distracted in class, just because I found I can still skate by with an A typically and not fully be involved in class.
Was that it was a discussion-based class, and I had never heard of a class that was a discussion-based class.
I learned pretty quickly on that this was not going to be possible in Professor Hillman's class. He called me out not once but twice.
Go to his office hours if you're worried about your participation at all.
I took some time and thought about it, and he's right. I was being disrespectful.
During the first few weeks, the things that lowered my anxiety was that it ended up being a super fun learning environment, and I felt really comfortable in there.
After a couple class periods, I kind of started feeling more confident and more comfortable.
To be honest, I was pretty embarrassed at first, pretty angry.
I'm not someone who volunteers in class or like asks questions. I kind of just go to class and leave.
He really tries his hardest to make kids come to class and make class, make it able to get through a class without being bored or anything like that.
Has a structured regimen of his syllabus, and he does not waver from that, unlike some professors who may be lenient.
You do a lot of group talk, like as a whole class. You go over a topic and then you kind of piece together what everyone else is thinking, their takeaways for it.
Almost a weird thing, but it ended up being one of the best things in the class because it made me excited to go to the class.
I also enjoyed going to class. I didn't not want to go. I wasn't worried about going. I always felt really comfortable when I went to class.
Get Grammarly. That'll help because he also uses Grammarly when he grades.
He offers many extra credit opportunities, which you should take advantage of.
He really does care about his students.
Taking this class and having a professor who cares enough about his students to call them out because he wants them to learn.
Professor Hillman truly cares about his students, and he wants you to succeed.
Is that the class is not as hard as it sounds.
But this class will add value to not only your Grand Valley experience, but to your business experience as a whole.
It's one of the few classes I think that as you're in it, you get to see its influence, whereas other classes you won't really get to see that until after school.
Don't skip class.
Because a lot of the stuff that you're learning is very relevant to the workplace.
Role plays are by far the best thing in this class. They're so fun, and you just get to kind of make up your own story of the character that you're playing.
One of my favorite aspects of the class were the role-playing games.
The most exciting, Professor Hillman always found a way to make it so, whether it be through role plays.
I got a lot more out of it than I ever would from being able to actually listen in class and actually focus on the material and take part in a way that I really haven't.
Was that it really helped me with my writing. I became a great writer from this class, and I learned a lot.
I have an internship right now that I've been at the whole semester, and I can see myself being more comfortable talking to business professionals, even if they're a lot older than me.
This was one of the best choices I've made, as this class has allowed me to put myself out there, to allow my voice to be heard, and to allow my opinion to feel valued.
One of the biggest takeaways for me was being able to kind of get a feel for how it would be being a manager of a business, being someone who's being accused of certain things, these role-playing exercises.
Being able to talk in front of people, I was never a talker before in class, and now I just feel completely comfortable to do it.
Think that having a discussion-based class can be intimidating if you aren't the type of person who likes to participate in class, but in doing so, it can push you out of your comfort zone and break you out of your shell.
So I'm really grateful that I've had these role-playing experiences.
As long as you're putting in effort, you don't have anything to worry about.
But I wouldn't ever drop the class without speaking to him first.
So, highly suggest you take this class, stick it out, and you'll do great.
So yeah, stay in the class.
Hope this helps, guys.
I'm sure you will love it.